All right, so that ratchets things up a bit between Democrat Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins and Republican state leaders in Austin. And we happen to have Governor Greg Abbott live right now from Austin to respond. Governor Abbott, thanks for joining us. I assume you heard...
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. I assume you heard Judge Clay Jenkins there describe you as asking people to do something and then not caring if they actually do it. Do you have a reaction to that?
You know, this is really simple. You know, once again, Judge Jenkins gets it wrong. It's very, very simple what I did and why I did it, and also what I didn't do. Here's what I did. What I did was to eliminate jail confinement for a violation of any executive order related to COVID-19, and there's a very simple reason for it. And that is people are facing consequences in their lives due to no fault of their own. And as a result, it's not right to put them behind bars for it. As Judge Jenkins knows, it's clear that there are monetary fines still available, and there are licenses that can be revoked if people do not comply. So it is clear both from what the executive order says, as well as what the Attorney General says, that there are still penalties in place to ensure compliance. But that said, it is important that we all work together to help everyone understand that COVID-19 has not suddenly left the state of Texas or the United States or the globe. It is still here. And as we do begin to continue to open up the state of Texas for doing business, we all have an obligation to make sure we maintain the best sanitation practices, washing your hands, wear a face mask, stay indoors if at all possible, especially for those over the age of 65.
All right, just to be clear, it sounds as if Judge Jenkins feels he doesn't have the tools to punish that he might want. And you're saying, short of jail time, tickets, fines, things like that are good with you.
Well, again, to be clear, and the purpose is not to punish, as seemed to be the case in Dallas. The purpose is to ensure compliance. Mm-hmm. And the compliance tools still exist, with the exception that people shouldn't be facing jail time for things like this.
Got it. All right, let's talk about the warning letter Jenkins was referring to. And it was related to, from the Attorney General, related to things that were expiring anyway. That feels like that escalated politically too. Did you and the Attorney General talk about that, and did you agree that the letter was necessary?
So he and I have never spoken about that letter. Mm-hmm. And so I have no information about the input about it. My perception is it was an attempt to seek alignment of state and local executive orders.
We mentioned Dallas County rolled out a color-coded alert system, and we showed it on screen. It would indicate that even going to barbershops and nail salons, movie theaters is not recommended, but those are all businesses you've allowed to reopen. What are people supposed to think? Who are we supposed to believe?
Well, what people should do is to do what people think is best. So what I found is there are a lot of businesses that want to open up, and they should be allowed to open up. People have bills to pay, and they need to put food on the table. And it's up to customers to decide what is in their best situation safety-wise. Mm-hmm. About whether they go out, and if they do, what to do. All of us still highly recommend these distancing practices, maintaining 6 feet of distance, washing your hands and using hand sanitizer, wearing a face mask, the best practices, and we all need to continue those strategies to make sure that we prevent the spread of COVID-19. Here's our goal. Our goal is to continue to open up businesses as much as we can while containing COVID-19. And because the virus is still here, people still need to practice these safe practices.
Understood. Last question. One thing isn't on the reopen list so far is bars and restaurants that make more than half their money from alcohol. You said you're trying to find a way to reopen those safely. Have you found that way yet?
So listen, we've gotten terrific information and ideas from bar owners as well as organizations that support them. We are running those by our medical team for the best advice and strategies, and we'll look forward to making an announcement on Monday.
Okay. Governor Greg Abbott, live from Austin tonight. We appreciate your time and appreciate you reacting to something that only happened about an hour ago. So we appreciate that county commission announcement. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you.